Imagine this. You're born. The doctor hands your parents two documents, a birth certificate and a death certificate. No accidents, no miracles, just an unchangeable countdown stamped on your soul. Welcome to a world where expiration dates rule humanity. What choices would you make if you knew the exact second you'd die? Would you pray for more time or rush to live every moment? Let's dive into this chilling paradox. First, the mind. How would you react knowing your death date? Would it drive you or destroy you? Picture opening your phone to a notification. 10,247 hours left. What goes through your head? The driven ones might become hyper-productive, scaling Everest at dawn, writing their magnum opus under starlight, reconciling with estranged loved ones at midnight, because time feels tangible, each second a precious gemstone. They chart their lives with military precision. By 8 a.m., I'll write 1,000 words. By 2 p.m., I'll climb that peak. But at what cost? Would the thrill of crossing tasks off a checklist eclipse the quiet joy of unplanned moments? Or would you morph into a joy junkie, chasing experiences so intensely you burn out before your time? Nights bleed into frantic festivals of sensation, skydiving at sunrise, impulse-fueled road trips at sunset, chases of adrenaline that blur into a haze. You become a collector of moments, yet the rush is fleeting, always searching for the next fix. Does the endless pursuit leave your soul empty? Then there are the doomed, those with only months or weeks remaining. They could spiral into nihilism. What's the point? They ask, as their world shrinks to the walls around them. Suicide rates might skyrocket or plummet, because why rush what's inevitable? Life becomes an endless loop of dread, each tick of the clock ringing louder. Hospitals overflow with people refusing to leave, shackled by the knowledge that every breath brings them closer to zero. Yet, paradoxically, a 2031 Stanford simulation found that people with mid-length lifespans, those slated for between 40 and 60 years, experience the highest depression rates. Too long to feel urgency, too short to feel safe. They stand at a bewildering crossroads, not young enough for reckless abandon, not old enough for resignation. Their lives become a tightrope walk above an abyss of meaninglessness. Schools transform into death date academies. Children march through hallways not by age, but by years left. Little Timmy is told, "You have 25 years, skip calculus and learn carpentry." Emma, pegged for 90, drills for leadership roles in early childhood. Classroom walls display giant countdown clocks, red for the under 30s, blue for the 31 to 60 cohort, gold for the senior survivors. Teachers become time tailors, crafting curriculums to fit each student's timeline. You have 12 years, learn survival skills. You have 65, study philosophy. At the workplace, hiring managers comb through resumes stamped with death dates. "Sorry, you only have 5 years left. We'll pass." Entire industries sprout around lifespan brackets, short-lived labs offering crash courses in instant expertise, long-lived leagues recruiting elder visionaries for ultra-long projects. Corporate badges flash your remaining years like a scoreboard. Investors bet on teams with longer lifespans. Healthcare undergoes its own cold calculus. Hospitals triage not by severity of illness, but by time remaining. Why cure Mrs. Johnson's cancer when her clock reads 2 days? Instead, medics patch her with palliative care quality of life maintenance, and move on to those with more time to salvage. Pharmacies label drugs with days left. Take 3 pills daily for 14 days or until expiration. Medical research funnels billions into longevity labs racing to push every date a minute further, racing against an unforgiving clock. Justice systems fracture under the weight of predestination. If both victim and killer share fixed dates, does murder exist? Courts turn into philosophical forums. Is a crime committed if the killer was scheduled to die moments after the victim? Judges debate cosmic responsibility. Perhaps the universe decreed both ends, rendering guilt obsolete. Prison sentences become obsolete. Why lock someone up when their date looms closer than parole hearings? Love in a timed world takes on new rhythms. Dating apps add lifespan filters, show only matches with 60-plus years left. Profiles boast death dates like trophies. Born January 5, 2000, expires December 10, 2075. Anna, with 80 years left, swipes only those past the 70-year mark. Ben, with 2 decades, finds no matches, ghosted before a single message. Romance reduces to arithmetic. Subtract birth from death, divide by 2. Add compatibility ratings. Proposals become statistical transactions. I have 43 years, you have 47. Let's grow old almost together. Engagement rings come with fine print, valid until expiry. Weddings include countdown cakes. Each slice counts down a year. Anniversaries become anniversaries of months left. Happy 600th month of our union. Couples toast as dollar store timers count down behind them. Families face heart-wrenching reckonings. A mother knowing she'll bury her child at 12 rebuilds parenting as an urgent crash course. We have 9 years. Learn to ride a bike, blow out candles, say, "I love you." Children watch parents age before their time, tear stains etched on faces prematurely lined. Some families dissolve, fear tearing them apart before the first breath. Others bind closer, each milestone exhaled as a victory chant against mortality. Religions shatter and reform. Some faiths declare death dates God's final lesson, a divine stamp of destiny. Pulpits echo, your date is God's gift. Embrace it with grace. Other sects rage against predestination. This is Satan's cheat code to steal your free will. Temples rise where priests read calendars instead of scriptures, performing expiration rites to bless the soul's final journey. Cultures invent macabre celebrations. Death day parties replace birthdays, balloons shaped like gravestones, piñatas filled with hourglasses. Expiration tattoos become badges of honor, etched across wrists, chests, entire backs. Barcodes representing remaining days. Time banks spring up. Trade 20 years for a new car, 10 years for a college degree, 5 years for a wedding. Interest rates apply. Borrow too many years, and the debt is eternal. Street markets bustle with brokers hawking borrowed days. Need extra weeks? Step right up. Time cops patrol alleys, confiscating illegal extensions. Art morphs into an obsession with clocks. Paintings depict hands folding over themselves. Sculptures chime in reverse. Musicians write lyrics like 365 sunrises left, and soft chord progressions mimic heartbeat rhythms. Films debut with titles Gone in 60 Minutes and 2,200 Heartbeats. Sports leagues reline schedules. World Cups every 5 years. Ultra marathons biannually. Because why wait? Then come the Time Lords, a shadow syndicate rewriting fate. Clock hackers claim they can delay your date for $10 million up front. Their underground labs, hidden beneath neon warehouses, hum with illicit machinery. Rumors swirl of clients disappearing off the grid, reborn without identities, living in exile. Date. Swappers offer darker bargains. Trade years with terminal volunteers. You gain 5 extra years. They surrender their last breaths. Transactions sealed with notarized contracts and tear-stained goodbyes. Would you cross that moral line? The market thrives in whispers. Governments scramble to legislate time crime. Parliaments debate, is tampering your date murder, suicide, or a corporate right? Laws pass and overturn within weeks. Jurisdictions fracture between lifespan capitalism and death equality. International courts convene. Should life be a universal constant or a tradable commodity? So, would this world be heaven or hell? Maybe both. Because here's the secret. We already have expiration dates. We just don't know them. Each heartbeat ticks down toward an unknown zero. The real paradox? Not knowing forces us to live with vigilance, to hope against fate, to try harder than the clock itself. What would you do if you knew your date? Would you seize each dawn with ferocity, or retreat into the comfort of not knowing? Comment below, let's debate. Smash like if you'd risk knowing. Subscribe if you crave more mind-bending truths. Time's up for now.